Today, I'm excited to introduce Jessica. Jessica has been a longtime sub-trade of ours. She's done a lot of great work for keeping our guys safe on the job sites. Now, safe on the job site, you would think safety gear and, did the guys have their hands too close to the saws? But what Jessica does is make sure that the site is safe before we even show up. Jessica, tell us a little bit about Eco Hazmat.
So we're a hazardous materials consulting company. We do many different services, but today what we're doing is a pre-demolition inspection. So what we're doing today is we go inside, we have a look around, see what materials are suspect, asbestos, and lead-containing materials. We also look for mercury, PCBs, rat droppings for Hantavirus, those sort of things, and we put them all into a wonderful report and let DMC know what the hazards are. When I first come into the room, the thing that I see right away is the ceiling texture. Very likely to contain, but obviously until we test it, we don't know. And then over here, the grouts and mortars around here. The tile itself, it doesn't look like there is a glaze on it, so it's not suspect of lead. But in between here, we'll test all of this material as well. We'll pull up the carpet, see what's under there. Same with here, we'll pull these up. It's baseboard heat, so usually if it's forced air, there'll be vents where we can pull the vents up and have a look under and see all the layers of flooring, but in this house, we won't be able to do that. So we will need to pull up some of the flooring. So we'll try and do it in a discreet enough spot, like in here, behind the oven, or maybe in the closet. Sometimes there's caulking or putty in here, but it doesn't look like there's any on this side. We have to make sure we check all closets because you never know what you're gonna find. And in this one, there is some tiles. We have to make sure we test that, some vinyl floor tile. So just like most of the other rooms, there's lovely hardwood here. So there's no suspect material here, and there's no mastics or adhesives on the carpet at all. There's just underlay. So none of the flooring is suspect asbestos, but as with the other rooms, the drywall and the ceiling is. So you can see these here. These are also suspect. We need to sample them. Sometimes there's a date stamp on the back, so that'll suffice, but often clients choose just to make a more complete report and have them sampled so you know for sure. The ones that usually contain are salmonback color, so if you see those, be extra careful. This window has little bits of residual putty on it. Looks like someone has removed most of it, but there is small amounts left here. So we're gonna need to scrape that off and sample that to get to the lab. So we also wanna ensure that we check the attic space. What we're really looking for is vermiculite. Often vermiculite does contain. It is quite expensive to have it analyzed. We need to ship it away. It's about $500 per sample, and we need a minimum of 3 samples. Okay, so this is vermiculite. It looks like sparkly kitty litter. It has pieces of mica in it, and that's the type of material that I was thinking that could potentially be in the attic. Didn't see it in the attic, but there's a lot of batt insulation over top, but we have found it here on the slab. Okay, another thing we want to look at is the chimney. There might be some parging cement or some other cements on top of there that we need to make sure that we collect that are not accessible downstairs. We also come into here and we can see some batt insulation. Batt insulation isn't a suspect material, but it does give us an indicator of what was used. We're also going to have a look to see if there's any building paper. We can't access any building paper from this location, but when the inspectors come out, they'll try and see if they can find any on other spaces of the house. So here's a perfect example. I call these like an old barn window. You'll see them put in. People like to keep them, and then we'll see them sort of just put into sheds and other places, or sometimes people even bring them in their house and use them for window frames. All along here, where the glass meets the wood, there is like this white, this one's kind of gray, chalky material, and this is that window putty. It usually contains. The other thing that we're gonna sample is on the roof. So we need to make sure we get the shingles and there's mastic. And then on this roof here, it looks like it's like a roll-on. We're gonna make sure we get that as well. Other than that, that's pretty much all we're going to sample in this house, unless the inspectors find some other materials.
Those are good tips to make sure that our guys are safe on site to keep an eye out for that, so thank you.
You're welcome.